Welcome back to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We've got Tri-Nations Under-14s action for you in the last games of the day for the Under-14s tournament. England, Wales, boys facing off against each other on this court here. And across court we have England and Wales girls taking place in just a couple of minutes' time. I'm Kaz Bullock here with Hannah Short. We've been with you throughout the games on the Basketball England YouTube channel. We've got the Tri-Nations Under-14s tournament and the Tri-Nations Over 35 Masters tournament to come after these games. It's been a huge weekend of basketball, lots going on. We've seen both ends of the spectrum, age and talent-wise, aren't we? Well, not talent, no, that's... Yeah, let's say it. We've got the players at the start of their basketball journey and some players maybe further on in their careers.
Much further on. No, great weekend of basketball. The talent that's been on show this morning and yesterday with the Under-14s has been phenomenal. The future is very bright for British basketball.
So, out on court here today, we have the England 1 team against the Wales boys team. Both teams having played before, so Wales, they had the first game of the day against the England 2 team. The England 1 team, it is their first game of the day, so they've been pretty rested. They last played yesterday at 1:45. They had the last game of the day at the Under-14s level, and last game of the day today. So it could be a case here of Wales only played a couple of hours ago, got to get back out on court.
Oh, it's definitely tough. We had people today having back-to-back games, but then Wales played, had a little bit of a rest, enough to get some food in, enough to do a little bit of recovery, whereas England are coming in with fresh legs.
So teams out on court. It will be Hughes and Akintolo for the tip, and won by England. And England straight away coming out of the gate. As Wales tip the ball. Green. Akintolo out to the corner. And
we had a lane violation.
England steal the ball back. Akintolo hands it off to De Silva. De Silva all the way to the basket, drops it in. And just got a stop on the court. So we'll see this Wales boy team. If you've been watching the games earlier today, you'll have seen Dylan Pern out on court as he is here. He's been having a couple of big games for Wales so far in this tournament. A real tough player inside. He likes to get underneath the basket, score inside. As Akintolo passes out, and 3 rims in and out for De Silva. Chased down by Green. Green steps back for 3. Bounces out. Chased down and put back in. 4 points for Ruddock for England. Floater doesn't go for Wales. Picked up by Priestley. Backs it down and lets Green reset. De Silva over to Ruddock. High arcing shot doesn't drop. Austin Williams grabs it for Wales. Marchant for Wales. England forced a turnover. And all the way to the hoop
Yeah,
Priestley drops it in.
Saw Wales there trying to go for their nice back door that they've been getting, but I think England's defence, well, this England team in particular, is not going to let them get that easy at all.
A very, very tough defensive team England have put together here. It's kick out to the corner. Akintolu swishes it. England out to a quick start here, 11-0 run. Williams passes into Bartlett, out to Hughes. Driving to the basket. Corner shot open. And that one's good for Marchant. That
Great three there.
Gets Wales onto the scoreboard, and sometimes, Hannah, it's a case of just you need to see that first shot fall through the net.
Yeah, definitely, especially when it's been a couple of minutes, not had a score yet. Just get it in, just for everyone's morale, and then the rest of them are going to start dropping.
So a foul called on Wales. It's foul number 1 on Max Marchant as England get the ball at the end line. Priestley into Ruddock. Green passes out. De Silva and Hughes fighting for the ball. Hughes comes up with it. Quick passing here from Wales as Williams out to Hughes. Back in the hands of Hughes. And Marchant stops, has to kick it out. Hughes able to keep control of it, but 3 seconds to go. Wales need to put something up, and a deep three won't drop. But a 24-second shot clock violation, and England just all over the ball. Wales moving the ball around quickly, but England able to get out to that.
Sure, really good ball movements from Wales. I think they could do a better job of making sure that everyone is looking at the basket as soon as you catch a ball. Can I score? Can I pass?
Theo Westwood checking it into the game. And Ruddock will head to the bench for England. He's got 4. Williams in the corner. And it's stolen away.
Driving into a bit of traffic there. 2 players plus the baseline plus the end line. It's not a great place to be.
Akintolu with the rebound, kicks it out. Green for 3, nets it.
He's been having a great season for London Stars. A real, had a fantastic game at Junior Final Fours.
He has, again, another undersized guard that we see out on court, and players like him, we've seen Cody Williams for Wales working really hard across this weekend and just using their skill set to their advantage. Very quick players, able to get steals, and a nice move there for England from Arthur Priestley.
Took a whole bunch of steps then. He tried to tie about 3 different moves into one.
So ball is back with Wales. And Jensen Green hustling, trying to get the steal, doesn't come away with it, but just putting the pressure on. As Hughes passes round. Williams against Green. Shot clock running down, 1 second to go. Won't drop, and that's a second 24-second shot clock violation that England have forced. And we'll have a timeout called by Wales. Neil Davis wants to talk through what he's seen with his team, and a 14-3 lead here for England. And pretty much everyone that's got on court there for England has added to the score sheet.
Yeah, I think that defensively they're just not letting Wales get a single look at the basket. We've seen them pass the ball around, we've seen them dribbling around to try and work to get an open shot, but the England defence is just too tight. It's not giving them anything.
And England having, we spoke about it before, they had that rest between today's game and yesterday's. And that's something that might play into their advantage. So thank you to everybody joining us here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Remember to like and subscribe. You can keep up to date with all the action, everything going on today, all throughout the weekend. Check out the Basketball England, Basketball Wales social media channels. And Basketball Scotland as well. We haven't forgotten about you, Basketball Scotland. Lots of highlights, lots of clips, all the action from the weekend, interviews. So follow along and watch the future of the game in this country out on court. We're seeing players that may be playing together as future teammates at a potential GB level on. A spin to the basket for Babalola.
Great footwork. Just saw the space, managed to attack, took that nice lead step. Oh, we have a double dribble. We've seen this early before in the game. Just England's defense, it rushes you so much that even when you get your chance on offense, it makes you panic a little bit, try and go a bit too fast, where maybe you want to bring the pace down so that
So George turn it in for Wales. Babalola will inbound, gets it to Westwood. Long two, bounces out. But the silver gives England a second chance. Priestley's shot doesn't drop, picked up by Hare and intercepted to Silver. Short floater doesn't go, but gets his own rebound. Can't finish on the putback. Priestley's there and kicks it out to Akintolu, who is putting on a shooting show today. Jude Smith to the basket, hangs in the air, can't get that one to fall. Priestley coming down the court and Babalola lays it in. And it's that relentless pace that we're seeing from England, isn't it?
it is. They're getting the rebounds on the defensive end and they are converting them into points so quickly. They're getting down the court in not a lot of dribbles and in not a lot of passes. They really are sharing the ball and getting up and down the floor.
And something we've seen from this Wales team, they are quite an undersized team compared to some that they've come up against, but they've been able to use that to their advantage in some of the games that we've seen. And it's difficult, isn't it, when you've played 2-3 games against teams that you are having to work really hard against like that.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh.
Smith rejects it.
You know, it's always going to be tough if you're playing multiple games in a day and then you come and play against the defense where they're guarding you for all 94 feet. 94? Is it 92?
Yes,
I really should know. I really just run 3.9 to 3.9, so.
Smith hands it out. Priestley read the pass. Priestley in off the backboard. And that takes him to 4 points. As Wales look to answer, Pern's shot doesn't drop. Turner gets it over to Hare. Shot won't fall, and Akintolu, he's everywhere, pulling the ball down.
No, Wales didn't really have any bodies in the paint there to rebound, which this England team already rebounds so well. You've got to at least get in and try and put a body on people.
So substitution for England, Herman Ruddock and Mani Onwunemi in for England. Austin Williams heading to the bench for Wales. As Ollie Raisins into the game for the first time. Pern, inside ball's knocked down. stays with Wales. Pern working against Ruddock, fading away. Priestley fakes it, drives to the basket, off the front of the rim. But Babalola's there for the rebound, kicks it out to Westwood. Shot's too strong. As Wales look to get it over the halfway line. Raisin hangs in the air. That one doesn't fall in. It's just
lucky not to get that one to drop.
Sometimes it's just that roll, it just doesn't go your way. As Pern racing down the court. And Paul will, I think Smith just climbs on top of him there as he ran into him. Just
no, Pern just loses the handle there. Yeah, just trying to rush yourself when really there's no need to rush.
We've got a lot of time in the game still, you know, a lot of basketball to play. As Ruddock works his way through, draws the contact, we'll put him at the line. And we've said this, haven't we, Hannah, throughout the weekend, if people have been watching these games before, whilst, yeah, it's great to win and teams want to win, the whole tournament, the whole weekend and the weeks leading up to it have been about the development of the players and the experience that you're going to take from a tournament like this.
Oh, there's so many learning opportunities. There's so many things that you can pick up from new coaches, new teammates, opposition coaches, from the referees. Everyone here is for a development, has a development opportunity at this tournament.
As Ruddock hits the second one, takes him up to 5. Turner over to Smith. England really clogging the paint here. As Smith saves the ball for Wales, drives it inside, gets the whistle. And you can see England just really dropping back there. Wales looking to try and drive inside, which they've been able to do in some of their previous games, but England just not giving them an inch.
No, not at all. That defence, they are packing the paint. They know Wales aren't taking a lot of outside shots, so they're really clogging it up and making it hard for them to get to the rim.
First shot is good for Jude Smith, co-captain of this Welsh team with the Swansea Storm and Vale Vipers this season. Second one rolls out. Nonunemi driving all the way, going coast to coast, gets the rebound, and then finishes on offense on the other end. 14 seconds in the quarter. Smith kicks it round to Turner. Picked up by Pern. 6 seconds. Pern on the baseline. Goes up and blocked by Babalola. And at the end of the first quarter, it is England 28, Wales 4. England having been led by Matthew Akintolu, who has 8 points, and Max Marchant with 3 for Wales. So a tough quarter there for Wales. England, the defence, very, very strong. We've seen it throughout the game. And Wales, we have mentioned they are slightly undersized compared to England. So coming, you know, you've experienced them now. You've played against them for a quarter. What do you want to try and do coming into the second?
I think it's really going to be really important for Wales to try and keep England off the glass as much as they are, because they really are dominating the rebounding battle. And then just... Sorry, it's very hard to say that. You're down 24. It's going to be a big, tough ask, but that, you know, they are working. They need to take their opportunities when they can as well. Maybe don't turn down open shots if they get them, because this England defence is playing them exceptionally tight, and it is a smothering.
It is, and we've seen the Wales boys team have been playing out here on this court for the last couple of days, and we've seen them get into a rhythm, use the ball move all around, and we've seen them take some of those mid-range jumpers that we haven't seen that much over the course of the weekend. So we know that they can do that as a team, and if you're not getting those looks inside, you're going to have to kick it out and try something else.
This England team, really, their inside game is fantastic. They've got dominant bigs and they've got dominant forwards that can do a great job in getting to the rim. And so it's just going to be about limiting that and trying to take that away from them as much as possible.
And again, it's a really valuable experience to come up against a team like this that put on so much defensive pressure, a team that's maybe bigger than you, because you might not have come across that in your National League games. So being able to go, okay, this is what we do when we come up against a team like this.
Yeah, definitely. So we see Wales there, took advantage of England playing so high, managed to get a back door, couldn't convert on the layup.
But that's the kind of plays that you want to see from them.
Yeah, they've got to be really crafty in this game.
So Babalola at the foul line, playing for the Manchester Magic. Also representing North at Aspire under-13s last season. Younger brother of Demi Babalola, who was putting on a show at the Final Fours for the under-16s Magic just a few weeks ago. And second free throw is good for Babalola. Banyam over to Smith. Smith kicks it out to the corner. Three doesn't go, but this length of the England team really posing difficulties for Wales. As Priestley drives inside, uses the glass.
Oh, great bucket there. Got his defender in the air, managed to get a step through and an easy basket.
Williams hands it off to Smith. Smith trying to find a space, tough shot. And tipped into the hands of Williams. As a foul is called on England, and Cody Williams into the game for Wales in these last couple of minutes. And Williams really impressive in the games that Wales have played so far. An undersized guard, but he's been working really hard, hasn't he? Been a pesky defender, and we saw him get a big block earlier in the day.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job.
Banyan can't get the shot to go. And Mane Onwunemi, sorry, has checked in for England. There's Ruddock at the line, spins round to Westwood. Shot bounces out, Raisin controls the ball. Raisin round to Smith. Raisin finds a way inside, gets the whistle.
Wales still choosing to drive into traffic when they've got players open on the wing to swing the ball around. Then maybe swing the ball a couple of times, and then the space inside will be there for you to drive. But at the moment, they're just driving into two or three players that are already clogging the paint.
And it's difficult when they're taller than you, because they can. It's not like you can use that to your advantage to try and get the foul call. They're likely to be able to kind of knock it away.
They just need to put their hands up, and it's going to affect your shot.
So Ollie Raisin at the foul line. With the Vale Vipers and the Pontypridd Panthers this season. A lot of players you'll see playing across different teams and sometimes even different age groups. Some players will play up to the under-16 level. And sometimes you forget just how much basketball some of these players are playing week in, week out for their teams. Green to Babalola, out to Westwood. Green steps back for three, doesn't get it to drop. Ruddock's there for the rebound. And off the rim, chased down by Green, keeps it alive inside for England, runs to the basket.
That was a great save, great hustle by Green there, though.
Smith, cross court, over to Turner. Turner again going inside, and again we'll get the foul called there, but a really tough player to go up against in Timmy Babalola. So here at the foul line, hits the first. Here's the first point of the game for Wales. He was playing in Wales's 3x3 under-16 tournament last summer. Second shot doesn't drop, but intercepted by Williams. Cody Williams behind the back, stepping through to the basket, and travel is called. But you see there the quickness of Williams, the anticipation, reading that pass, stealing the ball away.
Did a great job, but those defenders are just too big inside for him to be able to step through. Went into the paint without much of an exit plan. But fantastic steal. Just want to see him have a bit more patience, pull it out, and run an offense.
Priestley over to Green. Green with time and space for three. Doesn't get it to go that time. As Banyan for Wales hands it back to Smith. And Smith. Great pass over to Raisin.
Great basketball there by Wales.
And
attacking the gaps and getting that easy bucket.
That's exactly what they need to do. As Ruddock drops in two for England.
Let me hear you, Ray.
Banyan back to Hare.
I want to hear you, Timmy.
Round to Smith. Smith. Jump shot won't go. Hare reaches out of absolutely nowhere to pull the rebound down. His shot doesn't drop, and Ruddock powering down the court as jump balls called. Wales did good to get back on defense there.
Yep, great job. Great job getting back there, forcing a jump ball, and now staying with England.
So Matthew Hughes, Charlie Bartlett, and Max Marchant back in for Wales. Westwood, three rims out. Marchant over to Williams. We'll get it back. Three seconds on the shot clock. Bartlett. Shot doesn't fall. And Priestley coming down for England, kicks it to Green in the corner, spins, passes back out to Priestley, who is blocked by Hughes, but Priestley gets it back, and again another offensive ball for Priestley inside. And that's going to be a basket and the foul called. Arthur Priestley just working hard there on that possession.
No, it's great by him. He stuck with it. He missed the first one, he missed the second one, but he carried on fighting and finally got rewarded at the end.
A player that's playing, again, one of these players playing up, so playing under 14s and under 16s for the Richmond Knights. Doesn't get the free throw to drop. Marchant round to Hughes. Bartlett. And out of, we're just explaining, we keep doing this throughout the games, we're having to explain to people that we're not the substitution table. We are.
I will call subs for people though. I think you need to come out.
So it's substitution for England as
Oh, we're too quick going on the court there. I didn't see who it was. Just a flash before my eyes.
Bartlett turns and fires the three. Doesn't drop, and Akintolu, just that long reach using his wingspan, pulls down the rebound. He's been a real great player for England over the course of this tournament as Green hits the three. And Jensen Green, 6 points in the game. Finds his space in those corners. He gets the open shot.
Oh.
And Williams all the way to the basket is blocked, but Raisin picks it up, puts it back in. And Ollie Raisin back to the foul line. And a good few possessions here from Wales. They've been getting those looks. They've been getting able to get some scores. And a couple of stops.
Really good couple of hustle plays from there then. Just trying to stay with it. Still trying to be aggressive and attack the basket.
So Raisin at the line. Now that foul was number 2 on De Silva for England. And Raisin leading Wales in scoring with 4 points. Chance to increase that here.
And England now in the bonus as well. So how are Wales going to be able to take advantage of that for the next 4 minutes?
Yeah, because that's quite a long time to play, being on 5 fouls. So Austin Williams checking it into the game. Ollie Raisin heads to the bench for Wales. Westwood runs into traffic, hands it off to Ruddock. Ruddock turns, spins and fades away. As Austin Williams setting things up for Wales. Over to Marchant, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hughes inside.
And we see that great backdoor cut again from Wales. They're so good at that. They're so good at passing and cutting to the basket and finding.
And an offensive foul called as Max Marchant takes the charge. He's been watching Millie Milton for the Wales girls. As timeout is called. And a 39-12 lead for England over Wales here with 4:08 to play, but a much improved second quarter there for Wales. You can see 4 points in the first quarter, 8 in the second. We're not done yet, but it's those small wins, isn't it? We've spoken about it regularly over the course of the weekend, but it's the small wins, it's the game within the game.
Oh, definitely. And again, it's that first quarter, that first few minutes where you come out and you try and play at somebody else's pace, and maybe you panic, maybe you have a couple of rush decisions, but now they've settled into the game. They're being smarter with their offensive sets, and just looking like a much more in control team.
And as you pointed out, that backdoor cut, a couple of plays resulted in made baskets for Wales.
Yeah. They are doing a great job passing the ball, cutting to the basket, and finding that player. They run it so well, and it's great to run against this England team because they are playing such tight defense, such high defense, that if you can get them to maybe think that they're going to be able to intercept the ball, get them on that back foot, and then you can take advantage and slip to the basket, it's going to be great.
And for England, a team with so many threats and again, the high advantage inside. A lot of players that can just physically work their way inside to get to the basket. They use their length to get the rebounds, and we've just seen a real all-round scoring display from the team.
For sure, this team can score in a multitude of ways. They've got fantastic inside presence, they've got fantastic guards.
Be a foot over the line on the inbound.
Oh.
So ball will go the way of England. Green against Williams. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Green hands it off to Westwood. Westwood back to Green. 1 second, needs to put something up, spins, and it's a shot clock violation.
It's a good defensive possession there from Wales.
And that's the kind of thing you want to look at, isn't it? How many violations, shot clock violations, can we force England into? It's just a case of consistently playing defense.
Yeah.
So Finlay Thomas has checked in for Wales. Thomas out to Bartlett, 4 seconds. Bartlett's pass is knocked out of bounds.
Well, looks like we had a little bit of a kicked ball there.
So a fresh 14 for Wales on the shot clock. Thomas back to Bartlett, three's up. too short. And it's Onwunemi racing down the court. Doesn't get the shot to go, but cleans up the glass as he puts his own rebound back in. Bartlett swings the pass round. Stolen away by Green. Onwunemi hangs in the air. Gets the call.
Really strong move to the basket there.
And Onwunemi, he seems like he's got the strength to hang in the air as well. He's taking the shot, he takes the contact and puts the ball up.
Yeah. Unlucky there not to finish, because I think just a little bit more composure we would have done. But fantastic again, and that's just going to come with more and more game reps.
Onwunemi, again, another player with the under-13 South squad. He was named to the All-Star 5. Had 22 points, 10 rebounds in the South final against London, which they won. Been playing his regular season basketball for the Milton Keynes Breakers. As he doesn't get the roll on the second shot, but Akintolu passes it back, and it's a quick swing there for Onwunemi. And it's good to see, isn't it, Hannah, the range of talent that we've got from across the country, you know, representation on this squad from Ipswich, Manchester, Brentwood, London. There's just so many teams that are doing a great job building up young players through their programs.
No, it's fantastic. We used to have, England especially used to have a couple of really dominant clubs where the majority of national team players came from, but now we are getting more and more clubs with great setups, really good coaches, and we're seeing more of a spread of the players across England. And even if you look at the Welsh team as well, that's a great spread of players from across the Welsh National League.
That's what we want to see, isn't it? Everything that just helps build the game, makes the program stronger, and just helps develop all the players in this country. As Hughes drives to the basket. Takes a lot of contact, and that's going to put him at the foul line. You can see there back on the replay, Hughes drive. Oh, might have just caught himself. I think Ruddock was saying he thought he might have tripped, but that call on the floor is a foul call. So Matthew Hughes at the line for 2. He's been a real great leader for this Wales squad over the last couple of games.
Yeah, he's really brought some intensity to them, especially on offense, really trying to get to the rim to try and get some easy buckets.
Marchant diving on the ball, trying to save it in.
Bodies everywhere on this one.
And Onwunemi slams it home. The England bench enjoyed that one. I think they've been waiting for that all day.
Hey, they practice enough in warm-ups.
And we've got a whistle.
We have a head injury. So the referee is just double-checking. Going to get that player out and get him checked out.
It's Austin Williams for Wales. So Finlay Thomas comes back into the game for him. And Thomas looking to go inside, comes up against Onwunemi. That's a tough matchup, but Hughes picks up the ball from on the ground, tries to kick it out, but a foul's called inside, and
don't want to be fouling there. He's already off balance. He's not got anyone to pass to. You just want to keep your hands high, try and make it as difficult as possible. But instead, now he's got 2 shots.
Maybe a good foul.
Yep.
So Hughes with 2 points for Wales. Doesn't get the second free throw to go. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Westwood. Akintolu over to Green, puts up the 3, rims out, rebound. Onwunemi gets his own rebound again, and a 3rd rebound. Mani Onwunemi working so hard underneath the basket. Takes him up to 11, and just well deserved the perseverance there to keep going.
Yeah, so easy to get down on yourself, missing easy buckets, but then just to keep going and keep trying.
Westwood kicks it to the corner. Green back to Westwood. Hughes for Wales. Won't get that one to go as Westwood racing down the court. Babalola, and you see the England coach is on the bench, Charles Vaughn. And Jake Shuttlewood just saying, just slow it down, just hold the ball.
Coach Modesto's just told them they want to try and run their sets, no more fast break.
Westwood's 3 is good. And England putting on a shooting clinic today from behind the arc. Turner, stolen away. Akintolu, and whistled before the basket. It's a travel call on England.
Coach called that before the referee.
We'll see Dylan Pern back in along with Cody Williams for Wales. "15 seconds in the quarter. Thomas as it's stolen by Westwood. Onwunemi behind the back, spins, goes inside, hangs in the air, gets the bucket. And Onwunemi, a huge 13 points for England, finishes the quarter as he started it off. He's been doing a bit of everything, hasn't he? Running the floor, just getting really good spacing.
He has. He's been doing a fantastic job on his rebounding. The effort that he's putting into securing that ball has been phenomenal.
So at the end of the first half, it is England 53, Wales 12. And Wales, a 4-point first quarter, 8-point second quarter. That's what you're trying to do, isn't it? You're looking to try and build on what you've done before. Yeah,
definitely. It's going to be a tough ask. It's a really, really talented England team. And so for Wales, it's what can they stop? What can they give up in favour of stopping something else?
So before we take a break for half-time, we're going to see if we can grab we're going to try and go courtside with Isha Naya. And she will be speaking to Phil Gordus of the British Basketball Federation and Basketball Wales Board. Phil, a familiar name for people up here in Manchester, as he was with the Manchester Magic for several seasons.
All-round top bloke.
Great bloke, and often would do the camera for me at the Magic games, just getting involved.
I think he did absolutely everything.
He didn't have enough hands to do everything. So Isha is going to be speaking to Phil Gordus, who, again, great to see Phil up here supporting the Wales teams, and I'm sure we'll get some great insight into his thoughts this weekend. So we'll head over to Isha and Phil courtside.
Thanks, Kat. So I'm here with Phil Gordus, who's the Director of Performance at Basketball Wales. So Phil, what have you thought about the weekend so far?
It's a great venue, so we always like coming here. Lots of positives. It's always a challenge for the Welsh teams, but I've been really impressed with how they've gone about their business. There've been some tough matchups, but they've stayed positive. I've loved the grind. They've really stuck in there and battled hard. We've had a couple of close games as well, so it's been a really, really positive weekend, and looking forward to some master stuff later as well. But the juniors, I'm really happy with how things have gone.
So maybe some of the results weren't what you wanted, but do you think the players can take a lot from the games anyway?
Yeah, absolutely. It's important for Welsh players to have this level of competition. It really matters because we can see then what we need to do back in Wales with the clubs and the coaches there. But yeah, I think it's really important that we're sort of exposed to this environment. We'd like to do it more often. But yeah, I've been extremely positive the way we've gone about our business. You know, there's lots of lessons that we'll take away from this weekend. The players will have learned a hell of a lot. Same for the coaches as well. And we just got to keep building. You know, there's a lot of momentum, good momentum in Wales. We just need to keep that going at the moment.
So do you think that the Tri-Nations tournament is equally as important for coach development as well as player development?
Oh, massively. I've talked about that a lot with what we're doing in Wales. You know, there's lots of great work going on behind the scenes, and we know, for me, you know, in my previous role with Manchester and now with Wales, coaching is probably the most important thing, because if you've got good coaches that can inspire, can sort of engage with the players, you know, make them sort of feel as though they're being invested in and developed, then you're onto a winner. So there's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes, but we've got some really good coaches in Wales already. We just need to give them more exposure to this kind of atmosphere. We need to develop them, nurture them, and I think, you know, in that case, the future will be in good hands.
So something that came up with Gavin yesterday was that the wanting to develop more female coaches and get more females involved in coaching. How in Basketball Wales do you want to see that happen?
Well, I mean, that's probably outside of my remit as performance director, but what I want to do with performance is give Welsh coaches the opportunity to come and experience this kind of environment, to challenge themselves, to get better, to see what the standards are, and you know, my job with performance is just as much about the coaches as players. You know, I want more Welsh coaches to be involved with the national teams, then go on and be involved with GB. We've got 1 or 2 in there at the moment, but we want to increase that number. So for me, coaches is just as important as players.
All right, thanks, Phil. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.
No, brilliant. Good to see you.
You too.
Thank you to Isha and Phil there, getting his thoughts on the tournament and his role in Basketball Wales and for the British Basketball Federation. So we're going to take a quick break for half-time and we're going to finish eating our sandwiches, as everyone can see on the stream. We'll be back with you very shortly. Welcome back to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We're getting ready for the second half between England boys and the Wales boys. It's a 53-12 lead for England. England have been able to score from behind the arc, get inside, and really make things difficult for this Welsh team. But as we've seen, this whole weekend is about improvement, it's about development. What can you do better in the second quarter than you did in the first quarter? And we've seen that from Wales already in this game. A second quarter where they were taking advantage of backdoor cuts, using their passing, working the ball around, and able to take advantage of that for themselves.
Yeah, I'm expecting a 16-point third quarter now.
They've set the tone,
yeah.
So that's what they've got to do.
We're doubling it.
So it'll be England ball to start things off. Green hands it off to De Silva. Silva out to Green. He's hit a couple of threes already. That one's not going to go, but picked up by De Silva. Doesn't get the shot to fall. So Wales, a chance to come out strong here in the third quarter. Pern to Williams. Keeps his dribble alive. Bartlett. Through to the basket, in and out, tipped. De Silva comes up with it. Great hustle there from De Silva to keep it up in the hands of England. Priestley hands it to Ruddock. 1 second, needs to put something up. Grazes the rim and Pern pulls the rebound down for Wales. Pern going all the way. And Priestley, good defending there, good hands, just knocking the ball out.
Just want to make sure Wales don't rush the shots. They didn't have the numbers there for the advantage, so maybe pull it out. Try and...
You've got the time to try and set something up.
You've got the time to try and set something up.
Ruddock with a long three, that doesn't fall. Williams grabs the rebound, but then it's stolen back away by Akintolu, who finishes for England. Bartlett lines up the three, knocks it down. Charlie Bartlett gets on the scoreboard for Wales. Ruddock over to De Silva. Akintolu thought about the shot. Good ball movement here from England. Priestley swings it round to De Silva. Three short. Tries to grab the ball, but it will be last touch England.
No, great ball movement. I think every player on the court touched the ball there in that offense. And it just resulted in a wide open three.
Bartlett behind the back, pass is intercepted. Ruddock, again, Reed from Ruddock, reading those passing lanes as he gets the ball, goes against Hughes, hands it off to De Silva, and what a great pass there from Ruddock, seeing his teammate just more open than he was underneath the basket.
Yep, and then getting a hand there on defense. He is just playing so hard at both ends of the floor.
Bartlett over to Hughes, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hughes, short jumper's good, and that's what we mentioned for Wales, doesn't it? It can be difficult to get inside against this England team, but they've got the ability to hit those mid-range jumpers.
Yep, and if that's what England are going to let you take, then you should take advantage. So we've got a stoppage in play right now, just to double check a problem with the clock.
So coming up after this game, we will have the Tri-Nations over 35 Masters tournament. The first game at 4 o'clock will be the England and Wales men. here on the main court. On the side court, we will have England and Wales women. And then following on from that at 6 o'clock, Wales and Scotland women. And Wales and Scotland men in the first Tri-Nations Masters tournament for the over 35s. And it's great to combine these two events, the under 14s, the over 35s. As it just shows the breadth of talent we have in the game across the country as Green races down the court, scoop layup, gets that to go.
Yeah, with the over 35s, we love the cliche, we love it that basketball never stops, and being able to give these players a chance to play competitive basketball against their peers, so maybe they're not able to play in National League anymore due to lots of different things. Maybe for starting families, not being as quick as you used to be, not wanting to commit to going and playing all over the country every weekend. Masters is a fantastic opportunity to keep you playing competitive basketball.
It really is, and the level that we saw yesterday, the England-Scotland game was just an absolutely fantastic one, wasn't it? Scotland just perfect basketball, moving the ball around so well. Just a great example of team basketball.
Definitely a great, as you said, just a great example of how to play, how to move the ball, how to cut for each other.
Anderson Hare checks in, going to give Matthew Hughes a rest. Some of these teams have been playing back-to-back this weekend. And it's a really tiring schedule, but you wouldn't know it watching these players out on court. They're just giving it absolutely everything. As De Silva keeps the ball in England's hands, Akintolu swings it round. Babalola to the hoop. Gets the foul call, so that will put him at the line. Babalola, 6 points for England.
Great job there by England, moving the ball, getting the defence off balance to then go back and attack the same way. So all your defenders' momentum is coming one way, and you're going to go back on them.
First foul shot's going to... We've just got lots of noise here in the crowd. The Wales supporters bringing drums, bringing trumpets, lots of noise. And it's a really great atmosphere here at the National Basketball Performance Centre as Babalola gets fouled again.
Pretty hard foul as well.
And I always find it interesting when you watch players who have siblings that play the game to see whether they play in a similar fashion or if it's completely different. And you can see that, having watched Demi Babalola at the Junior Final Fours just a few weeks ago, you really see the similarities in their game. Both players that really like to run fast, get to the basket. They like to get high in the air, almost above the rim, and drop it in.
And you see that with Irene and Jane Obadowu as well.
You do, and that's just, I love watching Irene and Jane, just fantastic young players. And it's that, for me, it's that long extended layup, the arm that they have, and the little scoop that they put at the end.
Being able to have that reach, but also be able to control it so well as well. Just keeping the ball as far away from your body as possible, as far away from the defender as possible, but still managing to finish. It's such an impressive skill.
And especially at such a young age.
I don't believe it. I think Millie Milton just took another charge on the opposite court, which brings her daily total to about 45, maybe?
Millie Milton was absolutely fantastic for Wales in the game played just before this one. 4 charges in that game. As Hannah said, she's just, like, what can you say? I mean, what can you say? I'm so impressed.
I'm just impressed getting yourself into the position to take the charge. Oh, we did have an unsportsmanlike on back to this call.
Yes, we had stopped. We stopped for the referee video review. So Babalola at the line. And England head coach Charles Vong is going to take the chance to talk through with his team what he wants to set up after the shots. As a substitution for Wales, Austin Williams back in along with Anderson Hare, Charlie Bartlett, Dylan Pern and Ollie Raisin on the court for Wales.
There's a lot of great shoe choices this weekend that we've seen.
There is, isn't there?
Really nice basketball shoes.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't have to spend your own money on them, when you still get them for your parents for Christmas or for your birthday. Not now. Now you're an adult and you have to spend your own wage. You're like, probably going to see how many seasons I can use this one pair for.
I like Dylan Perns. I'm not sure whose those are, but they're good. We've got some good colours around as well.
They are Jordans. That's as much as I can see from here.
You've got great eyesight.
I am not.
Well done.
I am not a sneakerhead by any stretch.
So first shot doesn't fall for Simi Babalola. Second one's short, and it will be England possession. So the unsportsmanlike call gives England 2 shots and they retain possession. Westwood. To De Silva. De Silva in the corner, and a shot clock violation, which caught me by surprise, I will admit. So as well as the England team, but really strong defense there from Wales to force that.
Yeah, I would expect England to have a bit more clock management about them. At least somebody on court needs to know how long they've got to try and get a shot up.
Hare trying to pass inside. Westwood picks it up. Hare gets it back. Great hustle. And
it was about to be. It was a travel, and then it was back court, but the travel was the one that happened first.
the travel was the first one. But
Sort of did a little barrel roll with the ball there.
But great play there from Anderson, though, getting back on defence after the ball. Doesn't result in a Wales ball, but it's all those little plays that add up. And De Silva for England, over to Westwood. Westwood, step back, long 2, won't drop. Spin to the basket. Babalola can't get that to fall, but it's Akintolu that picks it back up. Babalola driving, using the glass, hangs in the air, and another 2 for him. Akintolu gets up in the air. With a smile on his face as he goes back down the court.
Oh, he's really playing some tough defense on the ball here. Not letting he wasn't letting Austin Williams have any sight there.
And shot clock violation at the other end as England run the clock down. 4 minutes to go here in the third. And Mane Onwunemi.
Got subs coming in as well. We've got Dylan Pern for Wales checking out just to get his head looked at. I think he caught an elbow on that dunk. But he seems all right. I think it's just precautionary.
That's what we want, isn't it? We want to make sure everyone's doing okay, take the precaution, get checked out, and then come back out on court. Akintolu. De Silva round the outside. Westwood looks to pass it in, it's picked up. Stolen by Raisin. England get it back, and it's just a back and forth. Stealing the ball each way, intercepted back with Wales. Some slightly frantic play here
both teams now really need to work on somebody getting the ball and taking control of the game. There's too much scrappy basketball there. I think we had about 4 or 6 turnovers in a row. The ball never made it out of the middle third. So someone needs to go and get it, take control and slow it down.
Set something up, you've got the time to do it, and these are the perfect opportunities, aren't they, when you've got a large lead, run some plays, try something out.
Yeah, can't get lax, you can't start doing crazy stuff. Still want to be in control of the game, still run your sets.
Onwunemi to the basket. He gets the whistle. And over on the other court, we've got 3 minutes left in the England-Wales girls game. In the third quarter, sorry, still another quarter to come in that one. You can catch the action live on the Basketball England YouTube channel. All the games from across the weekend are being streamed. And you can catch up on yesterday's games as well. As Onwunemi hits the second free throw, as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Williams hands it off to Bartlett. Bartlett on the baseline, into the corner. Shot clock running down, 2 seconds. 1 second stolen away. Onwunemi driving to the basket. Doesn't get it to go, but Akintolu's there to clean things up.
Nice follow-up there. Now we've got a timeout from Wales.
And that's great hustle, isn't it, from Akintolu? Being the trailing player, following, you know, his teammates out on the break, but you want to follow just to make sure.
Always want to follow just in case. There's always a chance that the ball's going to pop out, someone's going to blow the layup, and you're there just to clean up.
And Akintolu, that basket will take him, so 14 points, put England up to 68. And for Wales, we've seen them not scoring as much this quarter. We've had a few 24-second violations for both teams, so both teams putting the pressure on defensively. But if you're Wales here, what do you want to try and work on for the last couple of minutes of this quarter?
I think we still want to try and limit the second chance options for England. Still want to try and put some bodies on people, not let them get to the rim just as easily as they have been doing.
And if you're England, this is a comfortable lead for you, but we've mentioned it before, you don't want to get too complacent because you're in the lead. So how do you keep up that intensity and that pressure?
Well, we've heard Coach Modesto telling them to slow it down instead of trying to run the break and get the easy buckets all the time, to pull it back, try and set something up, try and run their offense and see what looks they can get out of that.
Because this is a chance, isn't it? This is a chance to try out rotations. These teams are going to be heading, so the England girls and boys teams are going to be heading over to Denmark for the Copenhagen Invitational later on in the month on June the 20th. And it's a chance to practice out some sets, try some rotations, and see what you can do when you take it into a further tournament. Smith passes back to Raisin. Raisin did well to get to that in time, but it's picked off there by Babalola. As Babalola driving all the way, puts it in. Williams looking to hand it off. Raisin's there. Raisin working against Babalola. Babalola got a hand on it. He's got open court all the way to the basket.
Coach there unhappy with that fast break.
Hughes steps through, won't go. Westwood slows things down. Babalola back to Westwood. Akintolu gets it over to Westwood, and again, Westwood with a big three for England. He's done that throughout his season. He's a sharpshooter from 3, and Wales have got to try and look to close him down, get out to him.
Yeah, but he's doing a great job, just being ready to shoot the ball.
Westwood. That 3 doesn't drop.
I heard her say nice things about him. Want to show off again?
Block inside by Akintolu. Westwood has to wait for the team to catch up as passes over to De Silva. Onwunemi goes to the hoop and draws the contact. That's going to put him at the foul line. You can see that driving inside comes up against almost 3 Wales players as the foul is on Max Marchant, his 3rd. Onwunemi has 17 points, leading all scorers in the game. And second's good. Takes it up to 18, increasing the England lead. 1 second difference between the shot and game clock. Hughes picked off by Onwunemi. Onwunemi all alone and won't get that to fall. We've got a foul called. And an unsportsmanlike foul called there.
Yeah, absolutely no attempt to play the ball. It was well above his head. Probably one you'd regret.
So that's the 4th foul on Marchant. Onwunemi back at the foul line. He's had a great tournament across the weekend. Playing a really strong season for the Milton Keynes Breakers. And gets a 2nd free throw to drop. So England will have possession. And 11.5 seconds, so chance here for England to run something as Akintolu controls it. De Silva, long pass round to Westwood. Babalola going inside, passes out. De Silva, 3's up, won't drop. But good ball movement there from England, moving it around, seeing what kind of looks they can get, and you do result in an open shot. Being
patient, I think they turned down a couple of maybe nearly open shots to get a really good look at the end. Yeah, it didn't drop, but that's the kind of shot you want to take, and with more practice, they're the ones you're going to start making.
And this is exactly, again, what you can use this tournament for, can't you? Like, we've mentioned it before, but in practice, you can practice against your teammates, but nothing replicates a real-life game situation more than a game. So if you're down heavily or you're up a lot, it gives you a chance to run some sets, run some plays in that kind of environment.
For sure. Nothing is better than game experience for playing basketball.
So at the end of the 3rd quarter, it is England 77, Wales 17. Mani Onwunemi leading all scorers with 19, and Ollie Raisin with 5 for Wales. And coming up after this game at 4 o'clock, we'll have the over 35 Tri-Nations Masters tournament. England and Wales men tipping off in the first game of that at 4 o'clock, followed by England and Wales women, and then we'll have the Wales and Scotland women and Wales and Scotland men playing at 6 o'clock.
So a chance for us to see this Welsh team that we haven't seen before.
Yes.
And a chance for England to maybe pull back a bit of pride from yesterday's performance.
Yeah, Scotland taking the win over England in a really exciting game. So, you know, teams are ready for it, aren't they? They're coming out on court, and I'm excited to take a look at this Welsh squad.
Yeah, I am too. It's going to be these are going to be some pretty exciting games post 4 o'clock.
They definitely are, and we're also going to see if we can find more of your ex-teammates on some of these squads.
They're all over the place. So many.
We're collecting them like Pokemon. So teams are coming back out on court for the 4th quarter. Wales are ready to get things going.
I actually think if you made a team of all of my ex-teammates from these 3 teams, that'd be the team that'd win.
I think that would be a pretty strong team, wouldn't it?
Yeah, very strong.
We'll do that at the Hannah Shaw Invitational.
I'm not playing though. No.
Are you going to coach from the sidelines?
No,
you just want to have some food and drink in the crowd.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just enjoy it.
I love being a sports fan.
So back underway here for the 4th quarter. Turner against De Silva. Williams passes back out. Bartlett's shot doesn't go. And Jensen Green for England. We've seen him hit a couple of threes earlier in the game. Priestley. De Silva trying to go baseline. There's a good pass back round to Akintolu. Gets his own rebound, and the short jumper's good.
Great work there. Following his shot, getting the rebound and getting that easy putback.
Rook into the corner. Priestley passes out. Green back to Ruddock. 7 seconds on your shot clock, but Ruddock takes his time inside, waits for his defender to get in the air, and then just gets the points. Williams, and jump ball called as, I think it was Green getting in there for England. Green over to Ruddock. Keeps it with England, and Jensen Green, a player that was with this under-14 squad last year, so he played a year young last year, and we've said it's that experience, getting that experience at this international level, and when you've had that, you can bring it, you can help your teammates out that maybe this is the first time in a tournament like this.
Yeah, again, it's all about sharing knowledge, sharing experience, telling your teammates what to expect. Oh, great points there by Smith.
De Silva lines it up. Not that time, and a whistle on the floor. Ball goes the way of Wales. It's foul number 2 on Priestley. 8 minutes to play here in the 4th. Green read the pass, comes up with the steal, works against Williams, and
oh, that was exciting.
And he let a tipped ball into the basket. Who gets credited with that if that goes down? Akintolu hands it over to De Silva, and De Silva, he's been very quietly going about his business. 6 points in the game.
Yeah.
Getting out into transition, you see him up ahead, but good decision there from Priestley.
Yeah, Wales turned the ball over a little bit too easy now, and it's the 4th quarter, it's the last game of the tournament. They've got to have tired legs, but they've got to try and stay a bit sharper, try and take care of the ball a bit better. Ooh, an offensive foul. Calling Green for a push-off.
So substitution as Finlay Thomas, Dylan Pern and Matthew Hughes come back in for Wales. And that offensive foul, that was Green's first in the game. As Green steals the ball, he's done that so many times. Doesn't get his shot to go. As Pern racing down the court.
Now Green there trying to absorb the contact, but just that too far underneath the basket. Needs a bit more awareness of where he is, and then threw the ball back up into the foam on the bottom.
Sometimes you're going faster than you expect you are. And Green is such a quick player out there on court.
He is absolutely rapid.
So referees just confirming something with the table. We're going to get another video replay, a ref review.
We are. We've just had the referee make the signal. We're having a review.
It's a foul review, so are they checking maybe who the foul was on?
I think they might be checking if it's unsportsmanlike or not.
And at the under-14s tournament this weekend, we've had this this new video replay system for the referees to try out. For people that haven't seen it before, it's been a really useful tool, hasn't it, that we've seen?
Yeah, I think it's been great for our officials' development, and also that's the way that the game is going now. That these players, we didn't have it when I played at this level, but as these guys move through their career, it might become much more of a common thing to have a coach challenge during a game.
You can see there the refs get to sit with the table. It's just on your screen. They get to look at the video back through on the screen.
I really want to watch it though as well. I know we've got this now, but I want more.
We want all the angles.
I want what the referees are saying. I want that to come through the speakers.
We want to be in that NBA broadcast room in New York where they've just got everything going on. Like we're going back over and seeing what's going on. Someone's making a decision.
I feel bad for the third referee. They don't get involved. Just hang out over there. You hold the ball.
But again, this weekend it's been a great opportunity for not just players, for not just coaches as well, table officials, referees, everybody involved in the game to try out and learn new things. The whole weekend is an experience about learning. It's about development, and it's about doing the best that we can for the sport in this country, and again for the players with a view to who might be on the GB squads in the future.
Yeah, again, it is just a showcase of talent. There's so much talent up and down from the top of Scotland all the way down to the bottom of the UK and out all the way to the west of Wales.
And if you're excited by the thought of future GB prospects, you can check out some current GB prospects in July, as we've got the Subway Summer Slam, where we're going to see GB men taking on South Sudan and the GB women facing off against Germany, which is, that's going to be a good one. I'm excited for that.
So exciting. And we've got GB Olympian Luol Deng there coaching South Sudan. So we have that connection there.
And Luol Deng he's such a fantastic ambassador, isn't he, for the sport? Everything that he does, and the Deng camps that we've had here, it's great to see, that kind of coming full circle.
Yep, former Brixton top cat and NBA All-Star.
Yeah, the list is endless,
I do wonder which one he writes on his resume first.
So you can get your tickets for that if you go to the GB basketball website. There's also the US teams coming over before the Olympics, so preparing for the Olympics.
So video replay is complete. They have reviewed the foul. It was called an unsportsmanlike foul, sending Pern to the line for two.
Pern doesn't get the first shot to go, but Dylan Pern has just been a player that's really stood out this weekend. He has worked so hard against players much bigger than him inside. Every team that he's come up against, he's been the undersized man that's having to take that.
I think this England team have really managed to guard him out of the game today, to make everything that he does so tough.
Turner with speed, loses control. Babalola hands it over to Green. And Akintolu back out to Green. Ruddock with a high arcing three, not that time. As Turner brings it back down for Wales. Bartlett inside, short runner, no good. Green weaves his way round and gets it over the line. And Akintolu's three won't drop. Ruddock fighting inside, there's a whistle. And Ruddock is fouled on that shot. Herman Ruddock, 9 points for England. Shooting 2 at the line. That foul was on Hearn, that's just his first in the game. With 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Ruddock nets the second. As a substitution, Theo Westwood. Theo Westwood coming in for Matthew Akintolu. Westwood also playing for the Manchester Magic, so out on court with his teammate, Simi Babalola. Skews passes out, Bartlett's three in and out. And foul call, Babalola is going to go back to the foul line. And foul called on Wales, just a second team foul this quarter.
So we are going to have another video replay here. I think again we're checking whether or not it's an unsportsmanlike if there was a play for the ball made.
We can see the refs are reviewing it, but we can't see what they're reviewing. Olin Jackman there, he was playing for England yesterday. He's got a couple of games coming up today. Well, just the one against Wales. And the review was that it was an unsportsmanlike call, so that will be two shots and the ball to England. First shot short for Babalola. Second is good. Ruddock's doubled and travels called. Good defense there from Thomas and Pern. And that's what Wales can try and do, isn't it? You force your opponent into a tough position, just kind of swarm them and make it difficult for them to move out of it.
Yeah, how can you force them to make errors?
This ball's out of bounds. Goes back with England. Manion Wunemi back into the game as Gael De Silva takes a seat. De Silva with 6 points. And Finlay Thomas heads to the bench for Wales. As Anderson Hare back in. Babalola spins to the basket, runs into Hughes.
Yeah, spins into his own teammate as well.
Oh yeah, he does. So Babalola back at the line, and he's been able to draw those fouls today, hasn't he? We've seen him get to the foul line a few times. 15 points now in the game after that first made free throw. And everyone on this England team that's seen court time, they've got out, they've scored. As Onwunemi finishes with a reverse layup behind his head. And Onwunemi's up to 21. Hughes to Turner. Turner can't get that to drop. Ruddock leading the way. And knocked out of bounds, stays with England. Green inside, has to pass out of it. Ruddock, step back, 3. Too strong, Hearn with the rebound. Hearn weaving his way through his defenders, drives to the basket. And really hard work from Dylan Hearn there, really deserved those points at the end of that. So over on the other court, we have the last girls' game of the day as Hughes passes out. Bartlett's blocked, tipped, and Onwunemi racing down the court will draw the foul. So over on the other court, we have the final girls' game of the day. The England won girls' team against the Wales girls' team. England winning that one 118-33. And I'm sure Millie Milton will have been just taking charges all afternoon long in that game, because that's what she does. That's what Millie Milton does. She takes charges. Remember that. Remember the name. Remember the charges. Look back on court here.
Well, we had a foot over the line here on the foul shot. So it's going to go to Wales.
Arthur Priestley comes in for England along with Theo Westwood, and with the girls' games finishing over on the other court this game, still with just under 4 minutes to play. We expect to see a lot of the England and Wales supporters coming back over to support the end of the game for the boys' teams.
And to get ready for the over 35s that's coming up.
That's going to be tipping off at 4 o'clock. England and Wales men will be right here on the main court with me and Hannah. And the England and Wales women will be out over on the side court. Westwood hands it off to Priestley. Onwunemi. I like that. He was outside the arc, thought about the shot, saw the space to drive in, goes in, gets the contact, gets himself to the line.
Yeah, he really is a threatening player from everywhere on court.
So that was foul number 2 on Hughes for Wales. As at first is good for Onwunemi. Second, good as well. 2 of 2 from the line. And that takes him up to 23 points, leading all scorers. Puts England up to 93. Marchant driving to the basket, but runs it into traffic. As Gael De Silva looking for a substitution, he'll come back in. Mane Onwunemi picking up his second foul as he speaks to coach Modesto. 23 points for Onwunemi.
Oh, he's had a fantastic game. He's been effective in every area of the court.
He has, and he's been he's made it so difficult for Wales defensively, using his length, using his reach.
Just being so smart, his positioning has been fantastic.
Westwood into Priestley. Priestley looking to pass it back out, but a foul's called.
Back door cut, because look how hard it was.
You can see those Priestley goes inside, just the Welsh defense just drops back and all converge on him, but no fouls committed.
Wales making it really hard for England to get anything easy in the paint now. They're really clogging the middle, trying to tie everyone up.
As Priestley knocks down the first. And second one doesn't drop. Pern with the rebound. Pern picks up his pass. Shot doesn't go. Raisins there for the rebound, blocked by Priestley. Has Westwood up ahead, and Westwood gonna lay it in for England.
Oh, great pass ahead there by Priestley. Just great recognition to get the ball up the floor as quickly as possible.
Smith's three won't drop. De Silva racing down the lane and off the rim. As Marchant back for Wales. Against Priestley and Green, passes out of it. Smith's shot won't go up. Pern's there for the rebound, puts it back in. Babalola's shot won't fall, but De Silva there to clean it up. And the offensive rebounding from England has been really consistent throughout this game, hasn't it?
They've been doing a great job in the offensive glass, just following each other's shots, making sure they've got numbers in there.
As Jude Smith for Wales puts it in, took his time, faked the ball, waits for his defenders to pass by him. And an easy finish. Green out to Westwood. Three, bounces in, gets the shooter's roll.
That's a home roll because he's in Manchester. It's not happening in Copenhagen.
Westwood's up to 11.
Right. England doing a great job there, running their set. Picking the side, dribbling at the player, sending them back door. Driving in the paint and then kicking it to the open shooter in the corner.
It's just the patience, isn't it? The patience to work around, get the set, get the look that you want.
Yeah, and sell the cut as well. You know the ball probably isn't going to that cut, but sell it. Make the defender think that you are going to get it, or you are trying to get it.
Because they can't risk leaving it open.
Exactly.
Well, Max Marchant at the line. First one doesn't drop. He's got 4 in the game. Co-captain of this Wales squad alongside Jude Smith. And second free throw doesn't drop. Less than a minute to play here. And long pass over to Westwood. Westwood's not quite 7 foot yet, so wasn't able to pull that one down.
Oh, what a pass though from Priestley.
He's got a quarterback arm on him.
Yeah.
As Pern, his shot won't go. And it's back into the hands of Jensen Green for England. Westwood. Pass inside, picked off by Marchant. And Marchant looking to get it over the halfway line. Stolen away by Green. Passes into Priestley, who comes up against Marchant, as Marchant will be whistled for the foul.
And the technical as well. That will be his 5th.
So it's on Marchant. It's on Marchant for Wales. Is the foul, so yeah, that he will be out of the game there. Realise Coach Modesto can't hear what I was saying. I was trying to answer his question.
Not quite sure. Was it for a stare down at the referee? I'm not totally sure. But as the foul that he just committed was his 5th, that technical goes on the bench. So it's not going to make much difference in this game, but if that had happened earlier on, then I'm pretty that would affect the amount of technicals the coach can get.
Yes, definitely.
Before they get tossed.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the exact number, and I asked the other day in the BBL game.
And that's why it's good, as we've said, for the assistant coaches to be able to learn that head coach role, because if that's the situation that happens, and you've got your head coach might get tossed for a technical, this
is terrible. I've played for 20-something years. I struggle with some of these rules.
We get new rules thrown in every season, don't we?
Still learning the old ones.
So Priestley's second shot doesn't go, and out of bounds ball. 23.2 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Pern racing down the court, runs into Babalola. That's going to put him at the line.
Trying to go for some quick points here. I would have thought they'd probably use the whole clock and try and get a good look at the end. But no, coast to coast. Comes up with some shots.
Do you know what? The energy these players are playing with 18 seconds left in the game after playing two days of games of basketball, but also preparing for the games this week. It's very impressive. I would not be doing that. And the putback is good. Smith getting involved for Wales. So 12 seconds to go, and
still need to get the ball over the half.
England will dribble it out here. So 104 to England, 29 to Wales. A big game from England, and Mani Onwunemi, 23 points, leading the way, leading all scorers. And a huge game from Timmy Babalola, 17 points for him, and England just really working hard throughout the game, throughout the tournament, as they have done. And they've been so strong, showing off their defense, showing off their offense. They can score from the outside, get inside, and it's just been a great display of their talent.
It has. It's been a fantastic tournament for all of these teams. The showcase of talent from England, Scotland and Wales has been fantastic, and it really does show how great the future is for British basketball.
And for Wales, you know, we've spoken about this before. It's not necessarily about the score, it's what they can take from that game. They've come up against some really tough teams, but they've really shown a lot what they can do out on court, just players that really stand out, and as a team, they've worked really hard again throughout the weekend.
Yeah, there's been some fantastic displays of effort and some really good players on this team. Sorry, again, people trying to you don't need to high five us. Don't high five the commentators.
It's because
totally unnecessary.
Everyone thinks we're the substitution table. We're taking the glory from them. So congratulations to England 1 boys team as they go unbeaten through the competition this weekend. And for the Wales team, lots and lots of positives to take moving forward. A really strong squad. Players lining up there to cheer their fans on that have come over to support them.
Yeah, really nice display here. Both teams.
And we're gonna go. The Welsh fans singing the Welsh anthem.
Well, they do certainly win the Supporters of the Weekend award.
Very, very loud crowd, loads of support, and it's great to see. So we're just going to go over courtside with Isha, as she has been bringing us fantastic interviews throughout the course of the tournament, and we're going to head courtside. Over to you, Isha.
Thanks, guys. So I'm here with basketball legend Nick Iverson with 50+ years of coach experience, also helping with the North Aspire program. So Nick, how's the weekend been?
It's been a fantastic weekend. It's been good to see a lot of North girls get court time with England, and it's been a good experience, I think, for all the girls concerned. First experience at this level for most.
So the Tri-Nations tournament is the whole England talent program set up. So how well do you think that Aspire bridges into England talent program?
I think it helps a lot because it provides them, a lot of them, with skills that they don't get at club level, and they're going to need it if they're going to play international basketball. Particularly, they're going to have to learn to shoot.
Yeah, so Aspire's gone through many different changes through the years. Obviously, previously known as RPC. Yeah, and then it was also individual regions like Northwest, Northeast, things like that. Now it's just the 4 regions. Obviously, it's gone through a lot of development and changes over time. What do you want to see in its future?
I think that we need to make sure that we can get all the girls there for all the sessions, but we also need to make sure that we can get the really good coaches who can coach the skills out there with those players. There's been steps moving towards that, but we also need on the female side to get more female coaches involved.
So yeah, I think that's isn't about not just only player development, but also coach development.
If you've talked to Kate Lewis, we've got some ideas to work with Basketball England and almost develop a section of Aspire which you have to get to go through to go to the top level of Aspire, so we can concentrate the players so they can get exposed to real pressure with the best of the best, rather than it being diluted by players who are trying to get to that top level.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for taking time to speak to me, and I hope you enjoyed the weekend.
I did enjoy the weekend, and I always enjoy talking to you, Isha.
Thanks, Nick.
Take care now.
Thanks, Isha and Nick. So we're just having a short celebration here of the teams that have been playing over the course of the tournament.
Second place, England 2. And in first place, England 1.
And England 1 taking the win, the top spot in both the boys and girls categories. We've seen some amazing basketball on display all weekend. And again, Hannah, as we've said time and time again, in this under-14s tournament, it's just about development of the players. It's we're watching the future generations here. In 5-6 years' time, we're going to see these players continuing their careers, playing at the GB level, maybe playing overseas. Who knows? It's a really exciting time to be involved.
You don't know where any of these players are going to be in the next few years. Some of them could go on to be fantastic players. Some can go to coach, to referee, to be a table official. Just as long as we keep them within the game, we keep them loving basketball, we keep them passionate within and staying in the sport. It's just so important to provide these positive opportunities.
And this is what's so important to remember, isn't it? Because there's going to be players out here that, you know, in 10 years' time, they might not be playing at this high level, but they might still be playing recreationally. But there's so many options to be involved in the game. It's not just about playing, isn't it?
No, it's not just, and we've seen that. The options for playing, though, especially with the over 35 shown, we now have over 40s, over 45s, 50s, we've even got an over 70s team. So you can play basketball at any stage of your life. You have so much basketball to play, but also you can affect the game in so many other ways. You can give back by coaching and sharing your knowledge, by refereeing and helping to grow the game in that way, and officiating in any way. It's so important to keep people keep their love of the sport, regardless of whether they're playing in it or not.
Exactly. That's just, you know, you completely summed it up there. That's exactly what we want and what we want to get out of tournaments like this. And it's just been a great weekend. So thank you to everybody who's been watching throughout the games on the Basketball England YouTube channel. The under-14s tournament has just been so exciting to watch. You know, remember a lot of the names that you've seen here today, you're going to be hearing them a long, long time in the future. And we're not done yet. We've got the over 35s tournament coming up at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. We've got the Tri-Nations Masters and some great names playing in that we've seen playing at the GB level, senior teams and youth teams before now. So the final score here on the main court 2 is England boys 1, 104, Wales boys 29. And congratulations to England 1, winning both the boys and girls tournaments. So from myself, Kaz Bullock, and from Hannah Shaw, thank you for joining us. We'll see you very shortly for the over 35s Tri-Nations Masters tournament. Thank you.